Hello, my name is Rob Garner. I'm a computer programming instructor, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to use CSS to control the look of your controls on an ASP web form. So last time we created this form where we had a label, a text box, and a submit button. And let's try to style them. Now, one way you could style your controls is by actually setting some of the style properties directly inside of the properties box. So for example, I could change the color of this label to red, and if we looked at that on the web page, we'd see that the text color is now red. However, there's a disadvantage to using these properties to style your controls, and the primary disadvantage is that you have to do them all individually. So I don't necessarily recommend using those unless you have only one control that you want to modify. Really, a better way of doing this is by adding a CSS page, and we can do that by going to our Add New Items dialog and selecting Style Sheet. And then using just normal CSS to style our sheet. So for example, I could create a class, and suppose I call this labels. And we'll pick Azure as color, and a typical thing we want to set is padding 0. So I can create a CSS page, and then if I want to use that CSS page on my ASPX page, I can just drag and drop it in the head block, and it will actually give me a link to that CSS page and write it for me. And let's see if it works. And it looks like I've got some of this working. I haven't yet assigned the style sheet to my labels, so I need to associate the items I want to use that style. And so what I will do is set the CSS property, the CSS class property, equal to labels. And you notice that when I do that, IntelliSense will come up and show me the CSS classes I've defined. And I'm going to adjust this. I noticed that when I set all the padding and the border settings to 0, it made my buttons look kind of odd. So I probably would have that eventually, but for now I'm just going to just set the labels property. So let's see how this turns out. And it's kind of faint. I can't really see it. That azure is too light. So I'm going to change maybe the color a little bit. And the nice thing about Visual Studio is if you put a number sign, it'll allow you to actually have this visual selector for color. Maybe a little bit darker blue will look nicer. I'll just pick that. I'll pick that default. Go back to my page, Control F5 to view it, and we can see that that came out looking a lot better. And we're able to style our page this way. Thank you very much.